Rotgrind?
What's happening?
Hey, goons.
Oh,
Freaks.
my head hurts now.
Oh, god damn it.
Did you get a nice vocal warm-up in, everybody?
Yeah. Was that
Has everybody
really
done
the
their
wisest...
scales?
Oh, Speaker walks into chat. Hey, guys, I got a headache. I'm going to take a whole bunch of headache medicine. Also, Speaker. Ah!
Yeah,
Oh,
you know,
yes.
I should have known better.
You're like Germa laughing himself into like a conniption.
His headache medicine is just chewing on a bunch of drywall.
That's true.
We
That's
merely
true.
have to embrace the pain and burn it as fuel on our journey.
Hi, guys.
True.
Odo, is this the part where you also want to take over, or shall I do this?
Oh god. Oh fuck.
I'm just
we're a
gonna
mess.
do it. I'm just gonna
do it, Earndil.
Hi, everybody. I'm Earndil. I am the GM of this game, as you well know, with my good co-host and co-GM, subtitled subtext, on-call GM over here.
I was waiting for you to say someone else's name. I was really waiting.
Yeah, welcome to Rotgrind today. Zoran is recovering from the disease that is apparently sweeping the fucking nation because I've had people in California, Illinois, Texas, and also here in Maryland getting this horrendous throat, headache, fever, death disease. So, he's probably not going to be speaking at all today, which is fine, but he'll be here in spirit. Please show the bear some love. He needs it because he's diseased currently. And
yeah, I'm sorry. I gave him Rotten 3.
He's blighted.
No. So yeah, we're taking over for him on this scenario, and we will be continuing today, starting with our good blue.
Yeah.
Odo, just fucking introduce yourself.
Why don't you do this all the time, Earndil? I don't get it.
Because I'm intentionally doing a bad job because that's funny.
It's the bit. Call her the bit the way he's committed to. Anyway. Hello, I'm Odo. Today I'm playing Valli, the Sylph Swashbuckler. Tomorrow, who knows?
You'll probably still be playing Odo unless you, choose to eat glass in character. I mean.
Oh yeah, it's crunchy.
No, don't do that. Next up is our illustrious fellow in the world, HulkyKrow.
Thank you so much for that intro, Earndil. Yes, that is indeed me. I am HulkyKrow. I will be once again reprising the role of the Kenrasu cleric Rehua. And as always, as one for the character, I'm going to be eating a succulent Chinese baked good. He's done this every single episode. I'm just not sure why you were telling me this doesn't happen.
Am I having a stroke?
Next up is your host and GM for the day, me, Earndil. I'm playing as Baldric, the human alchemist, a very character. He's very powerful, I assure you of that. Next is the fellow who could not be here last week, but is here now, and is really great. He's really great, and he scares me, but not really. Speaker D.
That's right. I am defined by my absence. I am defined by the void. Hi, everybody. I'm Speaker D. I play Tannhauser. He's an android. He's a Magus. You know him. He's also very revolutionary, and he has other character traits. And this is actually something worth talking about. The dreaded squeaky chair is no more.
Yeah.
It did not survive its battle with me. I finally confronted it after all these years, and it shattered under my weight.
It did not win the battle against Speaker's ass.
It failed this fight. Yet
First
another.
we lost Earndil's car. Now the chair.
Oh no, that motherfucker is still here. Don't get it twisted. You can still hear him when he chooses to make himself known. Next up after that, we have ZoranTheBear, who never introduces himself.
But
so I just did.
Is deadly illness.
Currently dying inside.
Hello, Zoran.
Zoran.
Please let him rest his voice.
Zoran,
Don't talk.
Zoran, don't speak. I'll speak for you.
Oh no.
What's up, idiots? It's me, ZoranTheBear. You're all pawns to me. You mean nothing to me!
I do remember when he said this.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. 100%.
It's like a normal bit. Why are we acting like we're surprised?
Yeah.
What we need you to do, Chad, is we need you to collectively wrap your hands around Zoran's torso, turn him upside down, and squeeze until all the phlegm comes out.
Yeah. If you could do
Like
that
a
for us,
toothpaste
we'd
tube.
appreciate.
Up after that, the other really great player that is joining the game because I'm GMing it is our illustrious game master, Thirst Anhilment.
Thank
That
you.
was not me fucking that up. That was me coughing.
Thank you. No, it's fine. I'm very excited to join in on your session, Earndil.
Yes.
I'm really looking forward for all of you to, to meet my new character that I'm going to be playing, Picturn Squelchfoot. I look forward to being this character in the campaign officially now. We know Picturn's been a bit of a guest here in the campaign, but I'm actually really excited for Picturn to just, become the newest member of the Rotgrind crew.
He's the only character.
As you know, last episode we introduced the concept of the MILFs, and this is why Picturn is being involved, is because he is going to go on the MILF slaying quest that we are setting
MILF
forward.
slaying?
Oh yeah. Speaking of last session, what the fuck did you people do?
Okay,
Because
We thought of them, speaker. We thought
what
of them.
have you people done?
just watch the episode.
I purposefully avoided watching the episode and only listened half to people sort of explain maybe some. What have
If you're
you
only
people
listening
done?
half to us, what the hell do you expect to learn?
Well,
I
speaker,
hoping
if you're
to make
missing
up-
context for the episode, what you could do, much like anybody else in the audience who's currently watching who has not missed last episode, you can watch us on Narrative Declaration's YouTube channel and catch up with all the funny shenanigans from last week.
Well, that sounds great.
really good
Okay,
ad.
but is there anywhere I could go potentially to fund this project? Anything I could do to help maybe get access to cool behind the scenes things, or maybe additional content?
Feels Zoran
Yeah,
dying
you can support
inside, but he
them.
can't stop this.
You can support the show and our channels directly through our Patreon, or however, through black market means, and funding our current war effort in a hitherto unnamed third world country.
That's awesome. But Hulky, I want to start.
the U.S.
I want to start my own proxy wars amongst other nations and make them all live and die according to my whims.
Hey guys,
bro,
let's all
bro,
play
bro.
Rotgrind.
Let's not chill other people's Patreons. There are better people for waging wars.
All right.
Go,
Calm
Alright,
down,
it's
Patrick
over.
Bateman. You can
Speaker,
only
it's
be
over.
so based
Guys,
here.
all right, we can support Blackwater PMC's Patreon another time. let's
over.
focus. Thurston,
Bit over.
Thurston, what are we going today?
Oh, you're the GM. I thought you had the recap ready.
No, I got a recap. I got a recap for you right here, motherfucker. All right.
Previously on Rotgrind,
There we go.
our destined band of Chucklefucks dealt with the fallout of Gorgamunker's demise, with Tannhauser going offline and Valli further succumbing to her rotten state. They discovered Picturn Squelchfoot gazing off into the distance, only to uncover a crate belonging to the Medics Guild of Outset that had been cracked open and likely leaked raw rot into the ground. Tashti, the member of the distant Southern Earth Kaibu, reapproached the party after they had left them to deal with Gorgamunker alone. And once they approached, they indicated and urged the party onwards into the Swamps of the Solitude after further discussion to go to the Southern Earth Kaibu, where their leader might have some answers about their rotten state and how to resolve it. The group traveled, eventually discovering the strange ruins of something known as a Zeskorin reality engine, which Valli and Rehua gazed into. And as they gazed into it, Rehua found himself viewing some vision of a caravan under attack before he felt something run him through. Valli failed that check with no apparent consequences, and there's no notes in my GM log about what would happen with that. And then finally, our group ran afoul of some rust chickens. Oran turned into a dinosaur, and then the MILFs, right? That's about it, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
I began a bit where I said, think of the MILFs and your rolls will be great, or something to that effect. And we proved that that did work for like a brief period of time. And then we had to stick with the bit because we needed some insanity to go on to make things more entertaining. And so we did that. And now we're here.
Now we are here. So let's hop on over to our fancy map of the Solitude region, which has now been updated with some new hexadecimals, representing your journey through the Solitude so far.
Hell yeah.
Having started off in the city of Outset, you have traveled your way to Zabelzap's caravan, fought your way into a crashed perfectite siege engine in the form of a strange cube, further carrying onwards, eventually finding a lake of acid filled with ghosts where you recovered a mysterious relic after, recovering a ring that allowed you to survive the effects of acid after defeating the Sorcerer King in a magical grove, then heading to Site B where you slew the rotten form of Gorgamonger. Then you later went on to see the Zeskoran Reality Engine, thanks to Jers for letting us use their cool fan art of this. And then further carried on your journey towards the Sodden Earth Kaibu, off in this general direction to the west. I'm kind of showing the map just to give you a sense of the progress and the paths you've taken here. As we begin today's session, we're going to actually start off right where we left off, with the last of the Pharaoh Raptors slain and you sort of standing in this grove. One thing that had happened near the end of last session is Baldric, as you'd been sort of running to toss some bombs at one of these rust chickens, as they're known, you stumbled slightly on a corpse you'd found in the ground.
Yes.
Now that the Pharaoh Raptors have retreated away, several of their corpses lining the ground here, some of them even like filling the air with an almost metallic cooking tang. What are you all doing? At this point, there is also the winding of gears as Tannhauser comes online, and Oran goes through a transmogrification back into his Strix-like form from that of a T-Rex.
Baldric is going to check out the corpse of the person that he stumbled over.
Yeah, absolutely. So you sort of walk, trudging through the swamp, the sort of like sloosh, sloosh, sloosh sound as you approach. Sort of rifling through, you find much to your probable amusement is that this person was holding on to quite a few alchemical items. You see 3 different alchemical items on their person. And I'm just going to get you to give me a single crafting check for these, just to see how well you can identify them off the bat.
Sure. Throwing out a crafting.
Yeah.
Alchemical Savantic applicable here?
Yes, absolutely.
Okie doke. Throwing it. Great.
Ooh.
Roll a nat 1.
A nat 1 to open our session. All right. Well, you know what? All of these that you found, Baldric, as you look at them, appear to be strangely cobbled together, but cobbled together like elixirs of life. So they're great. They're great healing tools. Now, along with that, we would, however, have a have a complication that would appear here. And as you're sort of looking through this, you get something flies out of the body that you're ransacking and hits you right over your visor, temporarily causing you to go blind. and like through the light of the sun, it kind of shines on this, and there's like this advertisement that's blaring through at you. You see the words like silhouetted by the light on over this paper, Mutton King, just covering your vision as this litter has hit your face.
Baldric's going to grab the fucking thing and pull it off of his visor.
Yeah, you see the trash wrapper of some establishment called Mutton King, and you basically have to spend quite a bit of time. Thank you, actually, Jers, for that complication of sponsored litter.
Terrific. Baldric, whenever he gets that off, is going to be so annoyed that he was originally going to inspect the life potions further, but since they've been cobbled together and he doesn't trust anyone else's handiwork, he's going to not draw attention to them.
Sure. So you've kind of noticed these. You put those away. You also notice. So there's a total of as you kind of look through everything. There's 5 total potions in there. You also spot what appears to be a something further from one of the bodies. It looks to be like an interesting stick, not even a stick, more like a branch. It's got a gnarled end that has like a gemstone clutched in it, like a blue gemstone. And then between that and this body is a book and a small satchel that's just like pouring out gold into the swamp beside it.
All right. He'll grab the wand or staff or whatever it is. He'll grab the book and he'll hoist the satchel up and start putting the gold back into it and just kind of show that off to the party. He's not going to even bother with the potions because someone else cobbled them together from what looks like garbage, so screw it.
Okay, so you're just going to leave them there then?
Unless someone wants to, come over and like drink one as a guinea pig.
Yeah, fuck it. That sounds up my alley.
Yeah. Hey, my crafting check showed that they were bad, so,
Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick one up and just sniff it, see if it's alcohol.
Okay. Yeah. It has like a strong tang to it as you sniff it. Are you going to take a little sip?
Gonna kind of waft it. I'm gonna see what sense I identify here. If it's not booze, then I'm not gonna drink it. But if I smell anything like it.
Yeah, you wanna give me a little perception check? Just a little.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Sweet, I like it.
I would absolutely love to do that for you, Thurston. Oh, okay. 24.
You can tell that definitely 3 of these are similar to the like life restoring elixirs you've seen in the past and are fairly common. And you could like maybe with another person taking a look at them, they might be able to identify the quality of them. The other 2 are definitely not drinkable. Well, one of them's drinkable. The other one is definitely not drinkable, and in fact looks to be more like alchemical fluids that have been bodged together. Baldric's disdain of them being so much, he didn't really even inspect it too closely to note that this is like some kind of catalyst of like if you were to toss it or whatnot, it might create effect.
Well, I've got bad news.
Yeah.
It's not alcohol.
I could have told you that.
Well, I had to check. Listen, I'm out. Anyway, this one smells like a health potion. We've done these before.
If you want to trust their handiwork, go right ahead for it. I'm not touching them.
Okay.
You gonna grab those 3, Valli?
Yeah, screw it.
Add them to your inventory, because if you die, you die.
That is true. Well, now I've got Die Hard, so I get one more try.
It's true. I have moved those over. There is still the other unidentified potion, and then the catalytic one as well.
All right. What is this? Can I draw Tannhauser over to take a look at the staff that I picked up, or the wand?
Yeah, it's more the size of a wand. Absolutely.
Hey, Tannhauser.
Ah. It is good that you have come to seek me now, for I have just finished my systems update. I should have been out for 2 minutes?
Yeah, that was a bit more than 2 minutes. You were out for like almost a week.
It's been 30 years, Tanny.
No, it hasn't.
All of your friends are dead.
Look,
They're not coming back to save you. The revolution failed.
just look at this wand and tell me
I
what the
bet
deal is.
you did this. And I grab fucking Baldric by the coats. You did this. What is
Get
it?
off of me!
I'll take a look at it. Distracted now.
Jangling keys.
Exactly. All right, let's see what this is. Should I roll Arcana?
Yeah, please.
Oh, well, if you ask me so nicely, I mean, how can I do? I would be a 23, good sir.
All right, a 23 is enough to identify this. This is a wand. This is a wand of crackling lightning. So what that is it's a wood, like, basically once per day you can activate it to cast a spell, and you cast Lightning Bolt as a 3rd level spell, but the spell's area is twice as wide. So it's like, rather than just like a rather than just being like a single line at 120 feet, it's 2 squares wide. And any creature that fails their save against it is flat-footed for 1 round. I'll move that into but the people's loot, and you can figure out what you want to do with it from there.
Most interesting. This is some sort of long-reached magical carrying device. It will shoot forth a lightning bolt. I recommend someone in the back line use it. Perhaps you, Baldric.
Wouldn't hurt to have a backup for a moment.
Now be wary. Lightning bolts are well known for being relatively not the widest. This shall have a wider area of effect, meaning that you must aim carefully to avoid electrocuting one of us.
Now, also, you probably need a spellcaster to use this to know the right, like, activations and whatnot for it.
In that case, it'd probably be best off giving this to one of you guys.
All right, fine.
I think Rehua should get the taser.
Ruins.
That would be the funniest option, yes. Very well. And I'll give Rehua the wand.
Okay.
Oh, thank you for the funny gift. I will not put this to good use.
I know. Right then. It seems as if we have accomplished everything we wanted to do in this particular area. Where to next?
Oh, we have to get to the Kaibu. I'm going to add the gold to the people's loot, and I'll just read the book as we travel.
Yeah, so as you start reading the book, even just skimming it, you realize it's a formula book for alchemical formulae.
Interesting. Baldric is hesitant because this person clearly can only barely cobble together potions, but he'll read it anyway.
Yeah, it'll take a bit of time, but you can do that as you're traveling. Tashti starts like following up, as does Picturn, who picks up a bit of a tune. Also, for the record, there were about 280 some odd gold pieces in there, bringing the people's loot up to 600 gold now.
Cash.
So yeah, like that was a lot of money to be on someone's satchel in here.
I don't suppose this person. Before we depart, Baldric wants to investigate the corpse a little bit more in depth.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm gonna check it for like insignias or emblems or anything that might identify them.
I want two checks, please.
Maybe by their like clothing style.
I want a perception check and then a medicine check.
Okay, I'll give you a perception.
Perception? Perpepsy?
Perpepsy.
Dr.
choice.
Perpeppy?
Dr. Peppy.
Dr. Peppy.
Rolling, and you'll get
Ooh.
a 29.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. And then give me the medicine check now as well. Yeah.
Okay, medicine. That's going to be a 19.
19. Okay.
I'm assuming you're not wanting me to resurrect them.
I think you should.
That would be funny.
I mean, we got a lot out of that in good old Warhams. I mean,
that's just because you knew Reeb could get away with that shit.
yeah, there was a lot of payoff to that too.
Okay. So let me just really quickly pull something up here, because you do find a few things on here. I'm just want to give you a bit of a visual representation, and I need to load it into the thing because it's not there just yet. So as you are sort of looking over, you do see a couple things. One, the hands on this this body have gloves, which you kind of like tear off, and as you do so, you can see the hands actually have a fair bit of blistering on them, which you would immediately identify as the result of like alchemical explosions, or probably fire is the most likely culprit of this based on your medicine check. Then, as you are looking, you see tattooed on the wrist of this individual, in what also appears to be like an alchemical, like acid etch tattoo, is a symbol you have seen before. It is the symbol of Uncle Blaze.
Funny.
This sort of kind of has like a wispy appearance with like a crook at the top. This strange arcane, well, not arcane, but like primal rune that is displayed.
How old is this corpse?
Based on your medicine check, probably like maybe a couple days.
Interesting. Symbol Uncle Blaze. Think that's relevant to Mr. Lord's people?
That it would be. They are devout cultists of following Uncle Blaze. Whether or not they are simply lackeys, peons, or... I mean, I would assume they would be peons based upon the fact that this one blew themselves up.
Baldric's just gonna nudge the corpse with his foot. Reckon this one got lost.
Well, it's kind of interesting, too, because, you know, he had all these potion pots on him and all this money, and, well, that seems like a lot of money for someone to be having.
Yeah, and I'm willing to bet that this money was not necessarily sourced fairly or legally.
Yeah. It's awful. What about the book there you got?
I'm gonna skim through it some more. It's just it seems to be an alchemical book. It's a lot of formulas and a lot of other notes that this person might have been taking here. I'm gonna take a look at it as we go.
As you flip through it, you find that it is a formula book, but like as you start flipping towards like just the back, doing a skim, the back probably third of this tome has a cut in it through the pages, which is actually concealing a vial inside of the book. And this vial like has a very different appearance to what you've seen before. It has almost first of all, it has like a cork on it, and then inside it's this like almost brown orange gas that seems to be bubbling around.
I'm gonna do a crafting to identify that.
Sure.
Go. I'll give you a 31.
31 is enough for you to, as you start looking at it, realize that this is a magical consumable, but it is also using alchemical principles. It's kind of a combination of magic and alchemy in that sense. It contains what you gather to be, from staring into it, an elemental creature, some kind of like fire elemental from the elemental churn that has been bottled into it. You could toss this bottle and it would explode in the area you toss it, like 2 actions to toss it and set it up. And then it would like create an elemental that, as long as you expended a little bit of and exerted a little bit of guidance and control in a turn, you would be able to control this elemental.
Baldric's going to carefully get some of his some of the packing from his satchels and pouches, and he's going to carefully wrap this thing up so it doesn't shatter randomly.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you're sort of like going through this, you're also able to do some skimming of the book, and inside the book, you're able to tell that there are a couple different formula. One, there is there is the like formula for a greater smoke stick. There is a formula for a lesser elixir of life. And then there is one final formula, which you start sort of like perusing through and trying to get a better sense of, for another magical potion, which you've heard of these things before. They are a ration tonic, greater ration tonic. So these are essentially like, they give you a week's worth of food and water and nourishment just by drinking it.
Interesting. He'll pocket the book for now, and he'll inspect it more later, because we need to get a move on, and I see that Oran's going to be using Learn a spell to learn the Scroll of Mossy Weeping.
Yes, and so Oran is kind of studying this ancient scroll as you're traveling as well, learning the ability to cast Mossy Weapon, which is a first level primal spell. And normally you wouldn't have to do it this way, but because this is an uncommon spell, it's some like ancient lore that's been lost. You carry on your travels. Tashti, they continue leading the way. However, as this happens, the rain is picking up. And in fact, you hear the booming of thunder in the distance. And as you are carrying on, you notice that the sky is starting to clear, and you can see both the moon and the sort of strange glow of the rose wound off in the distance, which is that effect in the sky. But then there is also to the west like a black cloud that hangs in the air, and as you see it, you can see there's like crackles of lightning inside it, the just most ominous storm clouds. And though it's still far away, it almost seems as though the rain it's dispelling is falling on top of you, even though there are no clouds directly above you. In fact, as you carry on for like another 2 hours after your encounter with the Pharaoh Raptors, you are getting pelted by this rain.
Damn storms.
Lovely weather we're having.
Yeah, Valli's got like her coat over her head, looking like a wet dog.
I don't see why you're all complaining about this. This is quite nice, actually, especially for the solitude.
I agree.
Rehua is just absorbing all the water. He's just growing. Tree.
Why is he getting bigger?
I'm not getting that much bigger. I'm just rejuvenating.
When I was a young man, we used to celebrate when the sky cried. Maybe we should make the best of it. Who wants to make a little swimming pool?
In the swamp?
Fine! You could just tell me what you really think about my idea.
No. Tan, you know what? Let's go find a puddle, and we're
Okay.
gonna.
All right.
All right. Let's go find. We're gonna look around
Yeah, is there
for a puddle.
There are
Cast find swimming pool.
there are many puddles. So many puddles right
I'm gonna
now.
look
In
around
fact-
for the most fun-looking puddle.
Okay. How about everyone give me a perception check for finding a puddle?
I'm not helping with this. I don't need to find a puddle.
Fine, you don't get to come to our pool party then.
I'm not going into the stagnant water, HulkyKrow.
I got a 20.
I had a 17.
Oran got a.
I got a nat 20.
Whoa!
Oran and Rehua are the winners.
So as this is appropriate. So as Valli and Tannhauser are looking for the most metal pool, Oran stares off into the distance, seeing the immense black clouds further off. And Rehua, you have this moment of clarity as you take a moment to look away from finding your puddles, briefly to look over at it and realize that cloud is moving very fast, like deceptively fast. And if you're getting this much rain and effects from where you are, it's coming over you, and it is going to be a natural disaster above you.
Oh.
Oh. Friends, I do not mean to rain on our parade here, but we should probably keep moving.
Tannhauser, with the 20, you also find a great puddle.
Look, I get in and I just am not listening at all, and I jump
get
up
in.
and down.
It's like a car.
It's like, now he's increased the life.
Yeah, Volley's gonna get in the puddle too. And splash at Tannhauser.
I'll splash up Valli.
Oh my god.
Rehua, I assume like you're looking back at the death cloud, then back at like your two friends splashing.
Yay!
Friends, we should probably get going.
Oh, wouldn't this be better if I put my magic disc in there? We could have like a little fountain.
Yes!
Yes!
Excellent idea, Picton.
I really cannot understate how grave the situation might actually be. We could play in a puddle another time. It's not
I
going
know
to be
I
good
can't
soon.
overstate how great the situation is.
Okay, let me see. I'm gonna roll a stealth and slip away from the party.
Hurt my throat for that.
Oh no.
I remember the scene.
Okay.
Can't remember the scene with the lane at the gas station.
Oh, Zoolander.
Yeah. Exactly what it's.
Oh my god.
Stagnant water fight. Anyway, Baldric's going to
stagnant
stealthily
train.
pull away from the party and continue on towards where the Kaibu is quickly.
Okay, so you like start making your way towards these like woods to the northwest, slightly continuing on, sort of like trudging through. Picture's like, oh, is it really that bad?
The stagnant water party.
Yay!
Friends, there is going to be an absolute disaster above us in very short amount of time. This storm is not natural. It is moving far too fast. We need to go.
Oh shit!
I
Do
look
you want to
back.
give me a survival or nature? Anyone who has it, whichever's higher.
I got you.
I got neither.
All right, survival coming at you.
Survival.
Not great. 13.
26.
13.
Ooh.
Hey!
Oran survives.
Oran with the nat 20. So Tannhauser like believes the best solution is to play in the stagnant pool with a 13. He's just having fun. This is just a little rain.
You know what? I'm gonna re-roll that. I'm gonna
Oh.
hero point that shit.
Okay.
Yeah, we have a nat 20.
Well, no, because here's the thing. Here's the thing. If Thurston's saying with a 13, Tannhauser thinks the best solution is to play in a puddle, and I also have a 13. I don't want that.
Then maybe your character is thinking, maybe I shouldn't have left that puddle party behind.
How about I just re-roll and get a 22 instead?
Okay, at 22. Okay.
Actually,
Okay, so with the 22, all right. So with the 22, Baldric, as you've kind of like rushed off from the rest of the party momentarily, you sort of have this pause and like look up and realize this is not going to be something you're going to just be able to trudge away from. In fact, it's hurtling towards you so fast now that your only option is to like try to construct some form of shelter, or just like basically hunker down and try to weather this thing out, because there really isn't there aren't many options here.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Oran, sorry,
kill
one sec.
you.
Oran with the 37 has this like similar moment, and in fact, with that, can immediately recognize that your options here, as far as like skills with which to maybe weather this, would be something like crafting, survival, or athletics, even to just try to like construct enough of a barricade and like use trees and cover and your own equipment to try to like create enough of a chance to hide from this, so to speak. Now, all that being said, as Zoran has mentioned in chat, following the expert, in this case, Oran is definitely an expert with what is like with what he is seeing, and can certainly basically grant all of you like a +2 bonus to any of the checks you're gonna make to try to endure this, if you decide you need to endure the awful storm that's coming down on you.
Looking back, having been conveyed the severity of the situation,
Damnation! I don't think we wasted so much time playing in the puddle. Why didn't anyone warn me?
That's
and,
okay. You only live
I'm
once,
going to
Danny.
harm you severely. As soon as I get my hands on that cleric font, you are in so much trouble, mister.
And I almost said Zoran. Tannhauser is going to start looking about.
Back in the waste, we needed to survive dust storms of over 80 miles per hour. That was on a good day. We need to build a fortification that can survive this water storm. Oran, what do you know about surviving water storms?
I assume Oran is just like grabbing necessary supplies and quickly trying to craft something.
All right. That's a good idea.
And Tannhauser's
we should definitely be doing this. Tashti sort of pipes up. We should definitely be building up and like Tashi's, they've already sort of leaned down and begun like pulling out some of their own equipment to try to set up some kind of stable shelter from this.
Is this a normal thing, Tashti? Does this happen a lot?
No, not with, and like they look up, not with that thing. That the Papa's domain doesn't come here often.
Oh. Well, I'm used to Papa Storm's domain. Oh dear.
Okay, so at that exact moment, hey, Odoroshirider, do you want to give me a reflex save?
Why?
Because you must dodge the rain.
Yeah.
Well,
No! Ladies and gentlemen, Nat 1.
Odoroshirider did not activate their stand.
No.
This keeps happening. I have a +17.
One sec. Just give me a moment here.
Yeah.
All right. Valli, you'll take 59 points of electricity damage as you're like, I'm used to Papa Storms, and a lightning bolt comes crashing out of the sky, skewering you through your rotten chest.
How much
How you
health do you
doing?
have?
I'm at about hold on, let me take that. Do I just click the damage button? No.
You could just manually adjust it on your sheet. That's okay.
Yeah,
That's okay. It's all good, you know. So as that happens, now
I'm at about a 22 out of 90.
That's good. That was a save. So and that was a natural 1, right? So
Oh, I complicate.
yeah, exactly. Like, oh, it's great. Because we love complications here, and we also love making the players suffer.
Great.
Great. Oh gosh. Okay.
Hostile god.
Hostile god. I'm gonna use this one here. That's
positively Abrahamic up in here.
That's just entitled "You Have Failed Me" with "failed" all in caps.
Hello?
which is from Acolyte of Pooksy. Thank you. The player character is confronted by the ghostly specter, real or imagined, of a loved one that only they can see. And the specter proceeds to castigate you on how you have failed this person. So, what are you seeing after being struck by a lightning bolt volley?
Oh goodness.
Yeah. What as literally your life flashes before your eyes after being struck by a horrifying lightning bolt from a horrifying death storm. What figure do you see from your past or history?
Oh gosh. Valli would probably see her mother. A tall sylph figure, a sort of swarthy looking individual with this carved white ivory peg leg. Yeah.
And what is your mother telling you?
Probably castigating Valli over her inability to predict the storm. We're the people of the wind. How dare you splish and splash around in a puddle? I raised you to be a better captain than this.
And to the rest of you, Valli gets skewered by a lightning bolt and slightly, tumbles back.
That doesn't look good.
I'm going to quickly come to Valli's side and just try to shake her, make sure she's still conscious.
Yeah.
Valli!
Okay, Papa Storm, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mom. I'm sorry, Papa Storm.
God. She's hallucinating mothers. This is bad.
I'm going to cast Resist Energy on her.
Okay.
So that's not going to do a whole lot. This is the best I can do. So for the next 10 minutes, you have resistance 5 against electricity.
Thank God. That's useful, but it is very funny because it's like Valli's standing there smoking, covered in char, like a sim from The Sims 3 who just got set on fire.
Yes.
And Tannhauser comes over
bit.
and is he just starts spraying her with a hose that's making her electrically resistant. It's the rubber.
Now that I have properly insulated Valli, I'm going to just kind of pick her up.
Who can heal this? Rehua!
I'm so
I can do the
okay.
best
I
I
can
can.
stand.
All right, I'm going to put Valli on the ground. Then I'm going to start looking about. Are there trees in this area?
There are a few stand trees, desiccated dry ones. You can see that Tashti and Oran are desperately trying to construct something with all of the gear and things like trees to give you some form of cover and shelter from this.
Yeah, I'm going to aid because I actually know how to construct large wooden structures. That's my crafting speciality.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be taking my weapon, I'm going to be carving down trees, I'm going to be tying them together, and I'm going to be trying to create at least a solid walled structure that we can take shelter behind.
Yeah, give me a crafting check.
Absolutely.
Give yourself a +2 bonus from our dear friend Oran, who nailed the perceiving this threat.
Absolutely. I will give myself a +2.
Yeah.
And let me just have that here. And then I'm also going to activate my Nanite Surge, since this seems rather important.
Maybe.
So just all servos on full blast, complete focus on this task.
Okay.
That's a 21. I will hero point that.
Okay.
Hero point! Hero point. Hero quest! Bro!
Well, that didn't go terribly much better. But 19, it's still better than a kick of the head.
Okay, yeah, you're desperately trying to get materials. Like you're helping by getting materials, but it like you're just unable to really grasp exactly how to approach this, because it's like, build a house in the middle of a storm. Like you're just like unable. You're used to building like larger structures, not quite in as immediately pressing circumstances as you're in. Your friend has just been struck by lightning. Tannhauser, you're kind of looking around.
Seeing the situation as it is, can I try one more thing?
Okay.
The storm is like almost on us, right?
Yeah, like the sky seems to get particularly dark.
All right, looking at this, we don't have time. Find a sturdy tree, tie yourself to it. And I am going to be the last one to do this. I'm going to take my climbing kit and I'm going to try to reinforce the most sturdy trees around us with some pittons and try to just make what we have as good as possible, knowing we're going to get buffeted by rain, but at least maybe if we tie ourselves down to a strong tree, we might not get flown away into, like, I don't know, the giant pit of death or something.
Okay, cool. So Valli, you've been struck. Rehua, you were about to administer some healing, correct?
I am. I was actually going to ask, because normally I would do this in combat. If I was to use something that has a sustain up to 1 minute healing spell, such as, I don't know, positive attunement, assuming that Valli does not get struck by lightning again or have further damage, would she just then take that healing effect over time, or am I even permitted to cast them?
Let me check here. So you can sustain it. So what that means is, like, you can spend an action to sustain it for up to 10 rounds, basically. So just take an action from you to keep sustaining the effect.
Okay. Yeah, I said it'd be different here since we're not in, like, action economy state.
Yeah, like, at this point, like, I just assume you're going to sustain it and then, like, be a bit slower on other things.
Of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah, with that in mind, then Rehua will go to the smoking cartoonish stick figure of Valli and slap her on the back and like, cheer up, it's not all that bad. This rain is still quite
Sorry,
nice.
Mom.
Oh yes, I'm not your mom, but look how nice the night is. Isn't that wonderful? And you need to have a much more positive outlook here. Anyways, you glow now.
What?
And Valli will start glowing a lambent yellow.
I'm having a hard time because I'm imagining the goddamn dark elf from the beginning of Oblivion also appearing in Valli's vision, just saying, "You're going to die here, Sylph. You're going to die."
Baldric, what are you doing?
Baldric's going to take the Traveler's Any tool from the part of the People's Loot, and he's going to begin to use it to help pitch a more secure resting accommodation in the shade of a larger tree that he can find, hopefully.
Yeah, do you want to give me a crafting check?
Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, I'll boil you.
Okay.
Engage.
Boil me. Do it. Do it up.
Can I use seasoned for crafting food and drink? No.
No.
I'll give you a 32.
Oh yeah, like Baldric is calm and composed during this. Like
he's a lot calmer now that he's not near the party.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay, I'm gonna set this up, And as you're setting this up, in fact, you're able to give yourself a little bit of shelter. But that's when you notice, as you look back at your group, as you're sort of taking your final moments to set up what little shelter you can with your any tool, you see that, like, you get a lay of what's going on. Like, Oran and Tashti are quickly setting up stuff. Tannhauser's rushing around trying to help a bit frantically. Who is healing Valli, who's on the ground. And then in sort of just like the middle of the clearing is Picturn, who's waving his hands back and forth as magical runes begin to dance on them.
Is he summoning more lightning?
I hope so.
But you aren't arcane trained, so or occult trained. I don't think, unless you have occultism. You're not quite up to speed on exactly what Pick-Turn Squelchfoot is doing.
Listen, whatever he's doing, it'll probably cover them in like a giant bubble of like waterproofing, and that's fine. They can have that. Baldric wants to stay away from them for right now because the last memory he has of this particular moment is Valli and Tannhauser sitting in a stagnant pool and splashing around like a pair of ducks.
Okay, cool.
He needs some time to himself.
Are you fucking kidding? Valli.
Please, no.
Okay, I want you to know.
no.
I want you to look at the way that the current background is arranged, right? Okay? Okay, and you'll notice I just rolled a 7-sided dice, okay? I want you to know this is not me picking on you.
Time
Well,
for that
please.
resist energy.
Give me a reflex save, Valli.
You would love to. I would love
Yes,
to give
chat
you a
lightning
reflex-
does strike twice.
Oh my god, I
it
saw the
almost
one
land
and
on a
I almost
20.
shat myself. Luckily, I have evasion, so that is a critical success, my friend.
Well, when you roll a success on a save, that's a critical.
What's a success?
That was
You're
not a
dodging lightning!
Yeah.
I'm gonna hero point it.
Okay.
Oh my god, no!
Yes. Yes. Here we go.
that
Shit,
one.
here comes the one. Let's do it.
I'm gonna
Let's
shit
do
my
it.
pants. I'm gonna shit my pants.
Go!
Jack Nicholson, yes.
Sweet Christ, it's worse.
Oh, it's not a one though. It's not a
not a
one.
one.
It's not a one. Yeah.
It's not a
It's not a one.
Tarzan?
Aw.
At least it's not double damage.
Yeah, you'll take 24 this time. As like a second bolt comes crashing down.
No.
on you.
Remember, Thurston, she
Oh,
will only
sorry,
take
19.
19.
Okay, so I'm not down. I am, however, at 2 HP.
Where's her
Doesn't
healing?
Valli-
Where is her healing, Thurston? Apply the healing healer.
I will allow you. It heals 1d8 immediately, so you can give me 2d8 for the time that has passed.
Yeah, I thought so.
That's
Yeah, can you
cool.
Valli, could you please start drinking those potion?
Love to.
Now Valli gets 11 back.
On his turn.
On Oran's turn, he would like to cast Vital Beacon.
What turn?
Why
Are we
does
in
this keep
combat with the
happening?
No, we're
rain?
not. We're not. Like I'm trying to do this very very much like, okay, some of you are trying to make shelters and
Someone
you're
lightning
getting
rod
real
Valli.
close. You're getting real close.
Get lightning rod
Um,
volley out of the. Hang on a sec. I just want to do something here real quick.
Hmm?
Okay, that would have been Rehua next. That would have been very.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Earndil.
I appreciate that you were rolling the dice. That is a GM thing to do. I appreciate it.
I'm glad I could rub off on you there, Thurston. I figured it
know.
would be very fair if you got to, if I didn't take the limelight so much.
Yeah, it's true.
Carry
It's-
on with electrocuting Valli.
Yay!
Yay! All right, so Oran stops assisting with the setup to begin casting a beacon of energy to help heal. As this is going on, Tashti is continuing their work, tirelessly trying to like create shelter. And then Pick-Turn is now like standing there continuing to speak and like wave and magically incant. Let's go to Rehua next, and then we'll go to Valli after. What are you doing, Rehua? You already cast a first heal, and then your friend got struck by another bolt of lightning.
Okay. Wow, this is super unfortunate for you, Valli. Could you possibly try and get struck by lightning less, please?
Doing my level best.
Have her lay down. Have her
The storm cloud rumbles in response to that.
All right, well, I guess we're going to cast a... I'm going to use my Cleric font and heal Valli again.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
All right, what do we got? Very fun. These are always so fucking confusing because I've got like a bunch of heals in my spell sheet, and then it's just Cleric font. It's there.
Valli's gonna get that sick ass lightning scar that people get where it like fries their nerves.
Oh God.
I guess I'm going to
Oh,
spend
yeah.
another action to cast, or 2 actions to cast heal, and then Valli will get another 1d8 of healing on top of that too because of positive attunement.
I'm gonna throw this out here, and it will get Odo to play much, more effectively. Odo, if you die, you get to play pick turn, according to GC Rust in the chat.
Oh boy, pick turn.
Everybody wants a bit of the squelch foot.
I'm gonna shove you into a box.
He hated that. All right,
Druid.
here we go. Valli, die less. Max heal.
Okay, thank you.
And if you see chat there, maybe you want to touch Oran's shoulder. You know.
Yeah, I saw it.
A little extra 4d10.
Rehua touches his shoulder. Thank you, Oran.
Thank you, Oran. That feels so nice.
All right, how much do I heal?
Roll another 4d10.
Oh, so I heal 8. You said?
Oh, hold on, I have to roll another one for you too, because I'm sustaining.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that was from your
positive.
positive energy. Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah.
Dealing
And
1d8
then another
positive
6.
damage.
okay. So 8 is 6. Okay, brings me up to 27. That's much better. I can survive another lightning strike, maybe.
Valli, what are you? Yeah, there we go. And
Yeah.
28
Here's some
more. There
real
you
healing
go.
from the real healer.
I'm gonna walk up to Oran and just do the fucking Spider-Verse scene where I put a hand on his shoulder. Hey.
Hey. Hey, Oran.
Hey, Oran.
Thanks for the healing, Oran.
Dawn of War mission objective complete sound. Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Oh, so Tashti
good.
rolls well.
Yeah,
She
Tashti does
doesn't.
roll
She's
well.
rolled worse than you.
No. I just don't have Tashti's bonuses factored in. So.
Oh, little man.
Right, I rolled a natural 18 for Tashti, who does manage to avoid the worst of a strike that smashes the tree above them, just as they're finishing up like some work on a shelter. But the lightning bolt seems to strike towards the shelter as though focusing on it rather than Tashti. It does singe Tashti a bit. But all of you can tell it seems as though this storm has some kind of malign intelligence. Then we'll cut to Tannhauser, who's wrapping a rope around his waist, I believe, last we left him off. What are you doing, Tannhauser?
Tannhauser is not wrapping a rope around his waist. He wants, you help those that need the most help first. So instead, we found a particularly sturdy looking tree.
Yes, that was just the one that was struck by lightning. It's still holding, but it's been damaged.
Is there another particularly sturdy tree?
Not particularly in the immediate area. Though as you're sort of looking around for this, you do see Picturn standing there, waving his hands around.
Okay, so we'll probably do this. In this case, I am just going to try and grab rope, and I'm going to try and tie everybody to this tree. I'm going to call over,
Everyone, come here. This is our best way to survive the storm.
and whoever comes here, I will tie to the tree.
Okay. Who's going to get tied to the tree?
I feel like being tied to a stationary thing is not good for me right now.
Can we bury
His
Valli so
wings
she's
haven't
below
come
the
here
lightning
yet.
bolt level?
I have to succeed on one of these, I swear to God.
Can we just bury Valli up to her neck like Dexter's dad was that one time? So she's just going. Feed me.
No, because then she's gonna drown.
No, she's not. She's a sylph.
I'm an air sylph.
Yeah, that means you have
I'm
air.
a sky bitch.
Do sylphs really breathe air?
That means
As
Yeah,
this
bro.
happens, Picturn's incantations cease as bursting forth from the ground is the cozy cabin.
That's a good idea, too. Let's get in that.
Which Picturn runs into the cabin.
I'm just imagining Tannhauser immediately 180ing on his plan here, and he just uproots the tree alongside himself.
Yeah,
and just starts running towards it.
I'm going to eat some cabbage.
Just like Tannhauser was like, no, I shouldn't have tied myself to this tree. No, the cabin, wait.
I was very specific. He was tying other people to the
Yeah, so he could get in the cabin
He
first.
just leaves.
Ooh.
Well, he never.
Tying to a tree.
No one bit, so I guess nobody. I guess
He was just tying rope to the tree.
He's like, come on, guys, tie yourself to this tree. Cabin appears. Everyone has a choice. Like,
Yeah, we gotta board up those
Tannhauser
fucking
holding
windows.
the rope.
fine. I guess I get the tree all to myself.
Speaker, please make me a roll to see if you tie yourself to the tree.
All right. Should I?
Off
Does
to hang
Tannhauser
myself.
obey his own
Watch
nature, or is
and
he
learn.
a coward?
Oh, you're right. Oh God.
Is he committed to the bit?
A man chooses, a slave obeys. Oh God. No, I'll go into the cabin because no one tied themselves to the tree, and there's no reason to not go in the cabin.
And like
gotta
Oran is
reinforce.
calmly reinforcing the cabin, as Zoran has said in chat. He's used to this weather, so doesn't mind at all. It's
Patching
like,
the cracks with mud.
yeah. And Baldric is just watching all of this from afar in
Oh,
what is
no, I'm in
clearly
my-
like a trench.
I have reinforced my position with my pup tent. I am fucking keeping it real. I am just hiding under here. I'm gonna have Stu sit outside so I can collect this weird ass rain. If it's just rain, great. If not, that's even better.
The storm continues for quite some time.
14
Once you
days.
manage to get inside of the cabin, you are all protected. The blasts of lightning not doing anything damaging. Picturn sort of like reclining back and forth as he sits on one of the beds in there. It's really like stuffed with all of you inside the cabin. It's not meant for this many people. You know, there's all sorts of storms that used to go on, and I do good in storms. Storms are good. Storms are good. I like storms. How about y'all? Do y'all like storms? You feeling storms right now?
You know, usually my people have the favor of Papa Storm, but I think even God's abandoned me.
Why?
I turn my crispy head toward Picturn. I don't know, Picturn. Why do you think?
Well, maybe it's maybe I don't. You know, maybe it's kind of like my brother Jimamus. He had a prize. I don't like storms, and he puts his hand in his like little hands.
Oh, I
Oh.
pat his shoulder. There, little guy. We'll probably survive.
I appreciate Zoran making the cabin on stream.
Oh no, that was me. I was
Oh, that was you. Okay.
I wanted to draw the cabin, but instead I got into the measurement tools. Now I just made a ray and a rectangle, so you know
Good.
it'll do.
I don't want none of this to happen. I don't want anymore. What's even happening with us?
That is a very
Tashti sort
good
of like
question.
leans. Is he always like this? Is he okay?
He's just chatty. And he gets chattier when he's nervous. Right, Picturn?
Yeah. I'm very. I just like I have so many family members, and oh boy, it's just this stuff going on. And like as this is happening, Oran is continuing to just like board up and reinforce the structure. No, and then you know the only person who's really been nice to me, he keeps shutting off at random times. Why you leave me like that, Tannhauser?
Picturn, I know that you are very upset. You are very emotional right now, and this is understandable. Would you like me to read you a story to calm you down?
Okay, I love stories. I have so many stories in my family. There was that time in the bake sale. That was the thing that happened. The bake sale.
Very good.
Yeah, and we'll get on a couch, and I'll comfort him, and I'll put a hand on his shoulder. I'll open my book, and I'll say,
The history of all existing societies is the history of class struggles. Freeman and slave, patrician and plebeian, lord and serf, guildmaster and journeyman. In a word, oppressor and oppressed stood in constant opposition.
and this goes on for some time.
Thurston, he's reading Marx's big book of Marxism. Please help.
Marx's big book of Marxism. Yes, good. Okay.
What it's called.
Perfect.
And
That is-
that will fill the air alongside the blistering wind and the crackling of thunder.
Wait, we've summoned 6 Zoran.
Thurston.
Yes. Oh, that was Hulky. Okay.
That was me.
Okay.
So, Rehua didn't go into the cabin.
Okay.
I'm
How much lightning
assuming
damage does
he's
he
the
take?
only person outside right now.
Yes, and Baldric, who is in his little shanty. Yes.
Baldric likes the way this sucks.
Yeah, it's currently away from the madness for a moment.
I would like to observe the storm, because this is not a natural storm by any means. This is definitely something, as we've no doubt seen, that is made with ill intent. Can I... This seems kind of weird because of how general this is. Can I detect magic and see if this is some kind of spell?
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. You want to give me a perception check?
Sure. You're... Oh, it was almost bad. 32.
You stare up. Now detect magic has a range, but I'm kind of flubbing things because, cool factors. You're trying to detect magical and energy currents that are traveling in the world, and looking up at this pitch black cloud that rumbles with white explosions at strange intervals, and you stare into it. And as you stand there, your arboreal form looking into it, give me a reflex save.
Oh, yeah.
Rehua, get closer to the storm to understand how stormy it is. Begin flying.
Absolutely, I will. I'm still checking if I get bonuses to reflexes because of my funny necklace.
Oh, yes.
Could have swore I got something like that.
Oh, yeah. The pendant of the people.
Yes, I'm just double checking.
The people.
Bonus to perception.
The people.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah, not for this one.
14. I'm going to hero point that.
Yeah.
That seems like a reasonable idea.
I don't know. You're the tank. You can take the heat.
Yeah.
Even if Thurston maxes out on you, you'll still live. That doesn't matter. 27.
Okay, 27.
Okay. So that's still a fail, but
Yeah.
Not a.
but it's not a critical fail like it would have been.
Yeah.
So as you stare up, you do detect magical energies, and you can see that this is a conduit of raw primal power. Like the magic that Oran channels, that you've seen from Druidic forces. This is like a raw, untamed, untouched version of that. And as if to punctuate it and to punctuate your intrusion into its order, a crackling bolt of lightning smashes into your shoulder, causing you to stagger back slightly, Rehua.
Well, I guess I was asking for that, but
It
Okay,
rumbles
this is-
in response.
I rolled a rain, go away, come back another day. Thank you, Oran. So this is definitely magical in nature. Now, I mean, I'm grasping at straws here. Sensing the horrible primal forces at play, Rehua feels, in a way, a bit more tuned to the chaos in that inimical to That's not the word I want to use. I don't know how to speak today. There's a lot of chaos in a system that is lightning and storms. There is no order. It is raw power, untamed and unbound. And in a way, he feels some sort of kinship to that. But with that being said, Rehua is going to try and further manipulate the entropy within the system and try and cause the storm to dissipate by adding so much entropy that the storm will just fizzle out and basically collapse upon itself, like a fire consuming a fire. I'm going to try and dispel magic.
I dispel.
Might as well.
Okay. Okay, yeah. All right. So we haven't really done this before yet, have we? Doing some counteracting. All right. Okay. So this will be, this will be a counteract check. So you add your relevant, let's see here. So you're doing dispel magic.
And should I just hit the counteract button and just go for it?
Yeah, do it.
Here we go. Fuck. That's an
Happy with
18.
that?
I have another hero point. Baller. I'll fucking reroll.
The last great hero point.
The last final hero point Rehua will ever have.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's dying right now.
Oh, well, yeah, let's go. 29.
Okay.
Nice.
So you stare up into this storm, and okay, for anyone who's listening to the show and well, actually, dispel magic has a range of 120 feet. Fuck off. This is cool. So Rehua, you're staring up into the great storm that roils in the sky, and in fact you can feel these sort of chaotic forces in there, and then a bolt of lightning comes skewering down, and as the bolt comes towards you, it comes within 120 feet of you, which allows you to dispel it because haha, I got you, and you let off this effect, and at a point there is like the bolt of lightning pauses in the air and shakes slightly before recoiling back. And though you don't dispel an immense primal force of this nature, you seem to dissuade it slightly. And as the lightning recoils back, the cloud seems to stop slightly. And then begins to drift off. Even the rain seems to take on. You haven't dispelled this storm by no means. This vast, almost cyclopean in size, primal force just veers off as though, oh, that's annoying, and then twists. And the only witness to this cool thing was Baldric.
Rehua staring up at the cloud, not gonna sugarcoat it, dispel magic.
True.
This is not our fight for today. We can do this another time.
Baldric is seeing all this as he's putting stew out and planting his little feet in the dirt so he can collect rain.
Huh.
Probably
And
should have tried
Rehua
that
will.
trick more than once.
Are you in the immediate vicinity of the cabin, Earndil? Or
No,
So
Baldric
you're
has
quite
set up
far
his
away.
pump tet, and he is a good maybe 20 to 30 feet away.
okay, yeah, I didn't know if Rehua would notice him at all, but yeah.
Yeah.
So, having done what needed to be done, Rehua will go back up to the cabin and walk inside.
It's like walking storms done. Yeah, you walk in, everyone sort of looks up, or at least Picturn and Tashti look up and somewhat shocked, surprised, see you with the still charring shoulder blast from where you took lightning. And you can see that Picturn has stopped paying attention to Marx's book on Marxism and is like, oh no, are you okay, Rehua? Oh, did Oran bar the door? Oh shit.
It's okay. It won't stop Rehua.
Yeah, Rehua, Jack Nicholson shinings his way in. You know, no. Assume the door is open, so you manage to like pop your head in, and yeah, Picturne looks up, sort of in shock.
The storm is abating now, friends. We may wish to continue making headway lest we run the risk of losing our quarry up ahead.
What? I thought that the storm would rage for hours.
It seemed that the storm and I had a disagreement. It may come back later, but it seems to have glutted its fill of misery on us for now.
You calmed the storm?
I wouldn't say calm so much as dissuaded it from continuing to bear hell and fury down upon us, but...
Pardon?
In a way, I suppose.
You're just like my brother Stevens. They always said that when he tried the pipes, that it would keep anything away.
Yes, you're just like that.
Weather in the natural world is just as much a conduit for entropy as any living being. The planet lives, breathes, and acts of whims far more inscrutable than our own. I can't pretend to understand it, but I think I see some sort of kinship towards it. Nevertheless, it shouldn't harry us for at least a little while, so we should try and still get closer while we can. I hope everybody else is doing a bit better. Rehua will try and make what passes for a smile with his very rictus grin.
Tree.
If you can do that sort of thing to storms, once we get out of here, I think I might have a job offer for you.
Oh, well. Wherever the wind blows, I suppose.
How
I suppose.
the fuck did he do that?
I have
well-
no idea.
We might as well just take what we can get. Okay.
Yes, but we're not far from the Kaibu. Maybe one more rest and we'll be there.
Okay. So, is everybody good?
Let us journey on. Take advantage of the miracle our friend has performed for us.
Yeah, we should probably hustle.
And with that, I will sadly have to close my little red book before proceeding onwards.
Yeah, so everyone's like disengages from the cabin. Baldric, you see this as the storm has now sort of ended around you, and you look up to see your companions all walking out of the cabin, preparing to continue on.
Fair enough. He'll pack up his stuff. He was ready to tough it out, but I guess we're just gonna push through it.
Yeah. Makes sense. I mean, if we don't have to worry about lightning obliterating us. For now.
For now.
Yeah, knock on wood.
Punches Rehua.
No.
We owe him our fucking life right now, bro.
Rehua takes a spell strike damage and dies.
Wow.
Shall we take a quick break? and return,
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, you know what? This is a good opportunity for us to take a break, and then we can come on back to who
Yay.
knows what. Yes.
Sounds delightful.
Continue.
Whoa!
Zoran is about to die. When he dies, he will die in real life forever. This is funny, but it doesn't have to be. Through your support on Patreon, we can find a way to incrementally slow this train before he is destroyed in complete agony forever. In exchange for your patronage, you'll receive access to the show early, unique monsters, lore, spells, and items. What a deal. And that's not even counting your early access to stream VODs, behind-the-scenes content, and more.
That's a lot of value!
Just listen to this testimonial from a longtime patron.
Who is this Zoran guy again?
Terrific stuff. please head over to patreon.com/narrative declaration. Because if you don't,
We're back.
We're back.
Hello.
We're back.
Wow.
Oh, I just saw Pickety's fan art.
All right. Welcome back, everybody.
Hey, thanks.
How's it going?
Well,
Wow.
Thurston, where did we
Yes.
leave off?
Well, you survived the storm
Somehow.
somehow, some way, and you've continued moving on. Oh, there's a fun little hex here. Look at that. Here's a new hex. Whoopsh. As you make your way and finally reach the Kaibu. All right. So. Wow. Okay. So, after roughly another 8 hours of journey, the sun is sort of coming through hazy gray clouds that have overtaken the area after whatever that monstrous storm was has blown off into the distance. As you travel ahead, you find a settlement of structures. They are standing atop ancient stones, similar to the ones that you saw last session. They're sort of just like stone platforms, except these ones actually have lodgings on them. There appear to be about a dozen huts and wooden structures. You can give me a crafting check if you're trained in it, please.
Crafting?
Yeah, crafting.
Okay, I'll give you my crafting. I go to craft.
I'll give you mine.
Yeah, give me crafting.
Mine is not very impressive.
Oh, I was almost in that 23.
28.
Wow.
Yeah, so all of you would have enough knowledge to recognize that these structures are intended to be easily dismantled and moved. So like just the way that even like some of these buildings, like you see what appears to be like, oh, this is like a wood log structure, but it's actually set up in such a way that like the walls could be torn down and the wood could easily be transferred, and even some of the accoutrements and like leathers and like reptilian hides that are being used to enhance the structures are also set up in a way that they could easily be removed. As you see this, Tannhauser, with your role, you would also note that the way the structures look to be right now is that they've probably been set up for a couple months at this point. So they're fairly settled in, but like they could easily still be disassembled if intended to be that way. But these people have been here in this location for a bit. This isn't like, oh, they set up yesterday. And as you kind of approach, you see people milling about. There's a variety of different ancestries here, but probably about 24 people at least that you're seeing. Some of which are humans. Some of them are churn touched, which would be like sylphs or, ifrits, that sort of thing. You see some dwarves even, all sort of just milling about. Most of them are in like leathers or hide clothing. They look up. They seem to take note of your eclectic band, and then they pause a bit when they see Tashti, and then just slowly go back to their endeavors.
Ah, nomadic lodgings. You haven't been here for more than a few weeks.
Tashti nods, and they look. Yes, you have a good eye for that. The Kaibus move between some of these foundation areas when we can, mostly so that we don't over harvest in an area or earn the ire of something like Papa's Storm. As we saw, things like that, events like that, can be quite deadly.
What are the origins of your people? What brought you to this lifestyle?
Mostly we're wanderers or people who have discarded civilization. Everyone's story is different in that regards. I came out here at a younger age to try to find more about my own earth-touched ancestry. But everyone has their own stories. There are some who are generational. The elder and like Tashti turns, and as they say elder, and like they look off to one of the not larger structures, but one of the more like embellished structures, and an old human man walks out with a balded head and white hair along his sides, a kind of fine beard and braids going down a cloak, and this figure sort of does a hunched walk towards you. Ah, hello there. Tashti, who have you brought with you?
Little man.
Tashi, who have you? He pauses. And he seems to just be taking in all of you. But his eyes seem very fixed on Valli.
Oh, sorry. I tossed my hair. I was struck by lightning.
If I were a bit younger and you were a bit less rotten, I like you. Jeez.
Oh, that is something you can tell at a glance now. Awesome. Also a very weird thing to say.
Sort of waves the finger.
He's a lech.
And then he gets starstruck again. This time his eyes are still towards Valli's general direction, but not on your face, Valli. Instead, definitely focused on your hip.
Huh?
Hip.
That he waddle trudges forward a bit more. Is that a flask? What's in it? Is it alcohol?
Well, it used to be rum.
Some of that, please.
I'm sorry, man. It used to be rum, but I've been out for a few days.
Oh, you tease. I'm sorry. There's not a lot of alcohol here. And the stuff we make is, honestly, it's piss shit.
Oh, damn it. I was hoping that you would have alcohol.
Oh,
Well-
Earndil sits aside to thirst and thanks, Dick.
Oh, where are my manners? Hello. I'm Speaker Aethon is the best way. Everyone calls me the Elder, though I'm not really the speaker. That's going to. Anyways, hello.
Hello, who do you speak for?
Well, the Kaibu here. This is the Sodden Earth Kaibu. I'm assuming that you were told about this.
Yeah, we were informed. Pleasure to meet you. My name's Valli. This is my
Pleasure to meet you, Valli. He
Yes.
gives a deep nod.
Always a pleasure to meet a fellow drunkard. This is my merry band of chucklefucks: Rehua, Baldric, Tannhauser, Oran.
Your band.
Okay, the people's band of merry chucklefucks.
Why are you calling us
it.
that?
It's a pleasure to meet you.
Oh,
Nice to
you're a something, and he points up and down to Rehua.
Yes,
Did you eat the tree, or did the tree eat you?
More column A than column B.
Strix, we don't see many of you out round these parts. Very good, very good, very good.
Side skip.
Yeah.
Oran just throwing up, yeah.
Oh well, okay, and turns and you have some kind of mask thing going on. And your hair's awful red. That's interesting. And you have goggles for eyes. Oh, the things the types of fashion Outset gets up to now. I swear.
Tannhauser is sad.
Everybody just shell shocked.
No, he is. He's just like, oh.
And you? Oh no, go ahead, Tannhauser.
If I may ask, you are the leader of this Kaibu as its speaker, yes?
Well, yes, that's correct. You know, I'm in the process of training the next speaker. Jedi is an adorable little child. This is one of the cutest things you've ever seen. He's really happy. He likes his blocks right now. He's in the block phase. He has he plays with blocks all day. He says cute catchphrases. He's the most adorable little child you've ever seen. But currently he's in the Russian Gale Kaibu and he's on loan, and they're in the far northeast, so he's not around at all.
On loan?
Yeah. A little foreign exchange.
We're exchanging children.
Is this Kaibu title? Forgive me, I'm less than familiar. Is this a hereditary title, a caste?
No, no. What are you talking? It's based on destiny.
Oh, of course it is.
How do you determine destiny?
Well, not with those. And he points 2 fingers at your goggle eyes. You've got it's more like here, and he pats around his chest. Right around here, tapping over his heart briefly. Good. Yes, right there. That's how you know destiny.
Intuition, I see. And is there a selection process?
Oh yes. You see, what we do is every year we send 5 of our children into the swamp, and they go in single file lines. And then what we do is we leave them there for 8 years. And any of them who come back, they're destined. They're destined.
Oh.
I'd like to talk to you about other things now.
He stares at you with this just grandfatherly smile.
Look, we're here for a particular reason. Before we get too wrapped up in the history of the Kaibu and your people, all right?
Oh, I haven't told you anything. I've just been fucking with you for a bit now.
Oh. Okay, that is actually pretty good.
So you
Why
don't.
would I tell you about my culture when you come in here immediately? I don't even know who you are. Come on in. At least get some bad drinks. Come on, you too, Buckethead. I want to hear what you have to say too. And he turns and starts waddle walking towards his hut.
Well, disgusting alcohol is still alcohol, and I'm sure I've had worse.
You're gonna change your tune on that.
I look at our stone-skinned guide.
Was
Vashti, who has this just absolutely mortified expression on their face.
Was everything he just said a lie?
Oh yes. He's absolutely just, except for Judgy, of course, the young speaker. That was true, and it's he is with another Kaibu, but that's a learning process, and we don't send our children into swamps to live for 8 years. That's so stupid. Why would he say that? And as if on cue, as he goes into the hut.
All right, Goku, now I gotta teach you how to make...
Tashti, do you have any advice on how to make this man less irritating?
Don't make him angry.
What anger?
He's teasing you, but he's testing you.
We just got here. Let's not try and change the locals to be something more palatable for us. We don't have to stay here
don't
forever.
misunderstand me. I'm not attempting to usurp cultural tradition. I'm attempting to survive it.
Right. Oh.
Best not to leave him waiting. I'm going to go check in with some of the others here. Best of luck. Oh, thank you so much, Tashti. This is good. This will be fine. I like this fella. I figure him and I can talk up a storm, you know?
Oh no, he's probably right. All right, quickly, let's go before Picture makes it.
We'll not keep Aethon waiting.
Quickly, let's kill Picturn again.
Come on. Let's get a move on.
Okay. So you go into the extended wood hut lodging, where there is hot steaming drinks available for all of you, and there's no chairs here. It's just sort of like mats on the floor, which Aethon sits down at. Very good, very good. Well, so okay. I apologize. I haven't been incredibly nice to you, but it's here. I don't see people. You're all so different and interesting.
Yeah.
Gosh. What brings you here? I mean, I can probably guess about 5 different guesses, but please tell me.
Look, why don't we just get to the point of this? We aren't exactly here on leisure.
All right. He's nodding, drinking.
So suffice it to say, you can tell that Valli is obviously quite rotten. He's going to jerk a thumb over towards Valli.
Oh, yes. Rotten, just seeping with rot, actually, yes.
Yeah, she's not the worst of it. Well, I mean, she is the worst of it, excuse me. She is the worst of it at the moment, but he then points towards Oran. He's had a pretty bad go of it, and aside from him, we've all got something going wrong with us with regards to the rot.
Well, he looks over, squinting briefly. Well, definitely you two. Oran and Valli. Oh, rotten. Oh, especially you. Oh, you're so rotten. I mean, oh boy. Oh, just bad.
Just one of God's funny little jokes.
Oh no, there's nothing funny about it. You're like 2 steps away from becoming whatever those things are that sometimes pop up, and you do not want that.
Oh, it would have been one were it not for a great feat
Why
of effort.
He's like taking a sip of his drink.
We came this direction because we had heard word that we could possibly learn something from the Twangfolk regarding this current condition of ours. And, well, we're here, and we're hoping we can at least make ourselves useful in a way to pay for whatever knowledge you can give us.
Very, very interesting. Are you going to have some of the drink? It's very good. I made it today.
Don't drink much. Valli?
I'm gonna try some.
Yeah, so you like have like it's a thin but very like warming beverage. It's like you go to take it like a drink, but you realize it's more of a broth.
Oh.
You also, as you take the like a sip of it, you hear like a clanking sound from the bottom of the wooden cup you have.
I'm gonna look inside, kind of squint one eye in.
Yeah, it's hard to tell because like the cup itself is a dark wood, and as you're looking down into the bottom of it, it sort of like fills up a bit. You kind of like swish it around, hearing something. There's something at the bottom of this that's like clinking together. Drink up, you're going to need it. All of you. Probably especially you, though. Oh, so rotten. I don't even know how you get that much.
Yes, I'm aware. I'm gonna reach in.
Yeah.
Pick out the whatever's inside.
It's hot, but it's not like. And you pick out what appears to be like a chunk of a knuckle bone.
Ah. What's is this for flavor?
Oh, absolutely. Who else? Is anyone else drinking this?
Baldric's still waiting.
I'm going to examine my drink before I ingest it, knowing this man is something of a prankster.
Yeah, it's the similar, like exactly the same, like kind of like a fairly clear liquid with some sort of hue to it that's hard to tell because of the dark color of the cup. As you're sort of like shifting it about, you hear the jangling as well. Meanwhile, like you hear slurping from like Picturn. Oh, this is fine. What
is he drinking any of it?
Oh yeah, he's been drinking it like off and on the whole time.
Okay. I can't help but notice a bone. What creature did that come from?
Oh, well, it's from it's from several creatures, actually, you could say. Well, it's also from one creature. Oh, this is real good, Picturn says. Oh, God. Oh, there's not... there's a lot of little bone bits at the bottom. Is this like, do you collect them? Is this like a game you play here? You put them in the bottom of some of your broth, and then you trade them and see if you can make a hand or something?
Hey, Thurston, may
Yes.
I roll a, Christ. Can I roll, like, is there any way I could try to figure out, like, if I'm aware of what this is? Like, I don't know, something like a society.
Or a crafting, if you have like any kind of.
Oh, actually, I do. I will use seasoned.
Nature for Oran, who is doing the same here, checking the bone. I'll let you give me a nature check there, Oran.
Oh, not for Oran.
Not for Oran with a natural
I got
one.
a 31.
So Baldric, you're taking a look at this, and then like you start to click some things together. As this happens, you all hear this like, oh gosh, let's see here. Like I assume that in order to like figure this out, Oran like tries to put a bit of the bone into his mouth to get a sense of something, and like, and there's like this cackling coughing from poor Oran. Which, you know, that's a problem. I'm trying to find a good skill option here. Oh yeah. Okay, here we're gonna go with this one from good old GC Rust in our list, which is Shock and Awe, which is Oran has no idea what this is. Like kind of briefly chokes a bit on the like a bone piece in an attempt, and then just like is now fascinated by the old man who's like continually rambling on. This is Shock and Awe. So Oran is essentially fascinated just by everything else, even after the coughing and the bone, and is just taking everything in right now.
Where can people submit their own complications, Thurston?
They can do so at our Patreon at patreon.com/narrative declaration, where you too can sign up and submit your complications, which we
Wow.
when the players roll a natural one.
Which apparently happens more than we gave ourselves credit for.
It's very true. Baldric, with your check, you're able to recognize like some of this. Like, first of all, it's a bone-based broth. But based on the type of bones, your helmeted gaze goes over the room. Like this is a very strange type. Like the only place recently you've seen this many bones was a tree that you encountered.
Baldric is going to place the bowl or cup of broth down and kind of lock his fingers as he looks towards Athon.
Excuse me.
He's like smiling widely. Eh?
Would this happen to be bone broth?
Oh yeah, you've got a keen sense of smell, I guess, and eyesight, I guess. It's Ossia Grove bone broth.
What's that?
Valli,
Valli,
we've encountered one, in case you didn't recall.
Oh, I wasn't there
was
for that.
yeah, that's
Oh.
right. Valli wasn't there for that.
But we told her about it.
Yeah.
Valli,
Check my drink for caltrops.
the Osseo Grove is composed of many bones, not limited to animal ones.
Oh, are we drinking people?
Might have been.
Oh.
Well, they aren't people anymore. They're dead.
Listen, I appreciate the hospitality. I'm a little averse to partaking of my own people.
Yeah, well, we do it all the time anyways, but all right, fine. I apologize, I was trying to be a nice host, but apparently offering people broth is not very good.
Broth composed of, perhaps, bones of humans is a little bit frowned upon outside of the cut.
Well,
Tannhauser.
hold on, Baldric. We don't want to be inhospitable to our guests. This is so good, delicious. Rehua will fucking raise a spoonful of it up to his gob and pour it in, very clearly trickling down the plant matter below his chin, as you hear a unsettling. I don't know how to describe this sound because it's so fucking esoteric, but the sound of groaning metal, vast and intractable, as the soup bowl held to his core. The soup inside, or the broth inside rather, begins snaking up like an accretion disk or in a black hole. It gets sucked into parts unknown.
I can't wait for
just
H.P.
like my
Lovecraft.
god used to make.
I can't wait for H.P. Lovecraft's new book, The Soup in the Stomach, because that's what this is. Fuck.
Man, he hasn't put out anything in a couple years. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, I know, right?
Been a while.
Well, thank you for drink consuming, whatever that was. Anyways, all right. So you're here to help your friend. Very noble. Very, very noble. Very.
All of us technically, but yes.
Well, none of you are rotten except for those two. Now. Oh. What?
There is some more to this story.
Well, okay, let's spit it out. I mean, I'm all ears. I've got big ears. That's part of the joke.
Thurston, can I give him a truncated account of how we were selected by the gods, more or less, to do this nonsense? Because much as I would love to, I am currently battling my own throat affliction.
Yeah. I assume we have the recapping of certain events.
I'll tell him about how we fell in the pool, how we all came back technically, how we all spawned there, how the gods pretty blatantly made it apparent to us that we were destined or chosen, and the big fire told us all about it too, as did the murals and all the other funny stuff. And every time they die, they come back somewhere else, rottener.
Interesting, very interesting. You see, what that tells me is a few things. One, obviously, you've been sponsored, and based off where you're coming back, Auntie Drown likes you, which kind of fits in given that you've come here. Very good, very good. She has a sense of humor, that one. Oh, excellent. He seems to be chuckling at some inside joke that only he knows. Good. Oh, she's brought us a gift. Good. Well, all right. So you need help with your rotten condition. That's the basis here. It's clear you've been given a sponsorship by our great and divine Auntie Drown. This is good, but... And he, pauses and sort of looks over all of you again. But there are certainly some other things here at play. Your timing, very, very fortuitous. We have a problem that maybe you could help us out with.
Sounds fine.
Guess we expected to pay him for the service anyway.
Exactly. Good. Now, a few little points. One, you've asked if we can help you with your condition. Well, points to Oran. I can't help that at all. Well, sorry, my winged friend, but no, can't help you. You're too early, and once you kind of get the seed in you, it's hard to get out. Only really powerful beings can do that. But we might be able to help you later on. Hold on to that. You, points to Valli, we have someone here who might be able to maybe wind back the clock a bit for you.
Really?
Oh yes. Just a little, not a lot. You see, you're so rotten. Look at you. Look at how rotten
I
you
know.
are. Yeah.
I know.
And so we have someone here who could maybe pull a little bit out. I think we have all the necessary reagents for it. But maybe you can go see Bjarna later, and she can help you. For a cost, of course. We can't do everything as charity out here. We need our money sometimes. We have to trade with the bug and other people to make sure it's all good. Zabblezap, that's the one. Yes. Now, sorry for all that talking. Now, what I would say is we can pull some of that rot out maybe, and this isn't a guarantee. This could go real sideways real fast. In fact, has a chance to make it worse too, so just so you know. Oh. But there is a being who could help you. A powerful entity that lives in this swamp. who might be able to fully remove the taint of the rot that sits in both of you, my friends.
Okay.
It's a powerful spirit that dwells in this swamp, venerated by many. He stares at you, leans in. Have you ever heard of Crawdadamus?
Oh, that checks out.
Wait, what?
He puts his hand in his, he puts his head in his head. Oh my god, you're such an idiot. Crawdadamus isn't real. No.
I know
it's
that.
Aw.
No.
You will know of your apostasy.
It's not. Sorry. We have so many people who come find our Kaibu and are like, oh, do you all worship Crawdadamus? And it's like, no, we don't.
No, you broke my heart for a moment because I thought you would be one who would believe that too. Jeez.
The human somewhat lost when we're trifling with a terminal condition.
Not just as long as she's not running headlong into combat or risking her life at every second turn. It's not like it's terminal yet.
We killed a dragon outside of your Kaibu.
What?
Yeah.
What?
We tend to get in a lot of trouble.
Oh,
It doesn't look like it's going to stop anytime soon either, which is why we're looking for a solution.
All right. Fine. The entity who can help your problems is the servant of is the servant of the great balance as Ribius.
I'm gonna lean over to Baldric. Is he fucking with us again?
Can I do a society?
We're gonna.
This would actually be a nature or religion check.
All right, someone else better for it. Baldric's gonna lean to Oran
All
for
right.
nature.
Rehua will also roll for this one, because
Yeah.
Rehua is surprisingly versed in nature.
One of you guys make us look smart.
I got you, homie. Don't worry about
Oran
it.
with the
29.
the 29. Oran with the 26, Rehua with the 29. So for the sake of poor Oran's voice, Rehua, you and Oran would know, first of all, that Balansaz is the sort of druidic name for Auntie Drown. So when he's referring to a servitor of Balansaz, that's a servitor of Auntie Drown. The term Ribius is a bit different, and it's obscure, but Ribius is like a powerful aquatic spirit associated with Auntie Drown, a kind of like manifestation untying of Auntie Drown's presence, and like a bequeather of gifts and abilities.
Yes, I am familiar with both of these, actually. Balansaz is the proper name for the vernacular known as anti-drown, and Ribius happens to be somewhat of an avatar or bursar of powers related to the deity herself. An aquatic spirit of some kind, naiad perhaps, but nonetheless one blessed with this deity's powers and able to bestow them upon others. Ergo, one might assume that Ribius may be the person we need to give this divine intervention to the both of you.
That's a very simple explanation. I like it. You did good. High marks.
Oh, you got a good grade.
Oh, okay. Yes, my name is not Mark, but I'm glad to hear I scored well.
All right.
Right. Now again, the timing on all of this, very good. You see, our Kaibu, we move around, as you've seen. We set down on these foundations, which have been here since, since before the people of Outset ever dared defy the old powers and caused all of this badness. Now, we move between these places to settle down, and when we do so, we have agreements. The reason we go to these foundational places is because he pauses again. Well, Outset and us have a bit of an agreement, and we keep some of the more nasty Gribblies at bay, or keep them informed of the goings-ons here, or sometimes send some of our members into the city to help out with problems like, say, the little rotten situation you're dealing with. In exchange, they send us supplies. For our Kaibu, we take some of these supplies. You might see them around the camp. Bjarna keeps a couple of them. But the vast majority of those supplies end up going to Ribius's grotto. Now, there's caravans. They drop off goods, and then we have some of our servants take them to the grotto. But recently, these caravans, they've been getting attacked by hooligans.
Hooligans, you say?
Fire-wielding hooligans.
Damn it. As I expected.
They worship Gatherim, but they don't. They're on my people's land. They need to get out of here.
Aethon, I have a question about these hooligans.
Okay.
What was the last time you had seen them? What direction from here, roughly?
Oh, well, if I were to pull up a map like
he pulls
this,
out. Baldric pulls out his fucking map.
Yeah. What's this terrible line? Someone's defaced it. Oh,
Yeah,
that was
that's
me. I was helping out. Hi, we haven't met. My name's Picturn Squelchfoot, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you. You know, I really like all your stories. I feel like you and I could get off. You know, I had a bit of it was an uncle who used to tell really good stories back home, and like Aethon is nodding. Yeah, this is really told some good stories. You know about there was the fire, the second fire, the baking contest. I've told you about the baking contest, right?
All right, so about an hour later, we finally get to the map.
I like now that you're like, this is an endurance match, Thirsty. Like, we're not going to interrupt it. You're going to have to just fucking keep going.
Told us it is up to us to interrupt. I can listen to this all night long. However, there are only so many hours in a day.
Holy shit, there was the car. Okay, good. Very good. All right. Yeah, you pull up the map as like Baldric, you begin pointing. Aethon sort of looks away from Picturn and looks down at the map. Oh, okay. Well, all right. I see you've kind of done a bit of a. Let's see if you've gone like south a bit. Okay, you've done sort of almost like a stretched out U here. Oh, you've been going quite a way. You found the cube. I guess you helped Tashi with
detours.
whatever was happening over there. The old pond temple. The first house church. Oh, you've
Yeah, the pond temple is the buried one that was under the acid lake. The lake's no longer acid. You're welcome for that, for whatever that's worth.
Oh, solving a bunch of problems here. I like all of you, actually. You've got gumption. You're coming in here. You're doing things. I like it. I need more kids like you. And then you went to the reality engine from Zescorand.
Wait, what?
Yeah, right there.
Listen, Tannhauser, we have so much stuff on our plate right now.
I understand that there is stuff on your plate, but you didn't think to inform the cybernetically augmented Magus that you had found a reality engine?
You
Do you
were
know what that is?
offline for 3 days.
Yes, I know. But since awakening, I hadn't heard a word of it. We'll need to make that a priority. Yes, I know what a reality engine is. I happen to be an expert on Zescoran lore and machinery.
Yes, we've seen the reality engine, and now we're here. Where on the map have you last seen the Children of the Blaze?
Okay, well, you see the line that you're your friend Squelch
Yes.
Turn, Pick Bum, whatever. He did it
Yes.
here, yes. So right around where you have like this ominous "Don't go here" line, that's where we usually meet up with the caravans so they drop off their goods. Now they've been kind of further out here. I would guess that's where the travel range. But yeah, the last time we've seen them has been around out in this area.
All right. If we go that direction and we take care of whatever nonsense Elort's men, the Children of the Blaze, whatever the hell they want to call themselves, whatever they may be up to, and possibly meet up with the mercenary group we sent out that way to figure out what the deal was, we'll take care of that. How would you like it taken care of? We could kill them probably, in all likelihood, or maybe just ward them off.
I just don't want our caravans getting attacked. You don't like murder a bunch of people. It's probably how she got so rotten. Can't just...
Listen, if they choose to get murdered, that's up to them.
This guy's really intense. Have you noticed that?
Oh, yes, I noticed.
Oh, we've noticed. That's just part of Baldric's charm.
It's true.
He's very charming.
I wish you could be more calm, Baldric, like me.
Baldric is prepared to take a sedative for 6 weeks.
My man's taking his Benadryl.
into the Ziskoran reality engine. 1 sec, pops pill, wakes up 6 weeks later.
No, I'm not going to miss out on Tannhauser's story. Are you kidding me? I want to hear why he's so fucked up.
Now then.
Well, okay. Regardless, I'm just saying. I'm not asking you to murder these people. Now, if murder happens, I understand. You know, I've done my fair share of murdering in my time too. You know, just like one time I was with this elf woman. Oh, she was so good. Let me tell you, elves they leave you eventually, but they have some of the best relationships you'll ever have in your life.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, so sorry. Anyways, so what I was going to say here is, if you deal with this problem for me and the Kaibu, then I will show you where you have to go to meet Ribius.
Is Ribius one of yours?
Wait. I guess that's like asking, you know, if there's a patron saint of the church, like your first house, does that mean that the saint is one of them? Sometimes kind of not. Ribius is Ribius. He's a slow-talking kind of powerful entity. We all respect him. I mean, everyone outside there, they're in complete awe of him. I mean, look at me. I've been doing this job as speaker for 60 years now.
So for clarification,
Yes.
Ribius is not a citizen of this Kaibu that falls under your jurisdiction. Ribius is more akin to a third-party entity.
Ribius is a house-sized elemental. So, yeah, no, he doesn't fall under my this. He probably wouldn't even get out of his grotto anymore.
I suppose you wouldn't pay taxes in that state.
Probably wouldn't know.
You would be surprised how many people come to join a Kaibu not to pay taxes anymore. There's a lot of them.
Very interesting. I'm gonna keep that one in mind.
Why did you kill Mr. Lord? He tried to make me pay taxes. Understandable.
Yes. Scamp. You're out.
Very well. I believe we have our mission, but before we go, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
Have you become aware of an increased excess of rotten activity?
Well, you mean presence of the rot out here? I mean, certainly it's been off and on, but one of the Kaibu's roles is to combat such things. We keep an eye out for it. There are younger folks who go out and like Tashti. I mean, we didn't know what was going on there. I haven't even really had a chance to talk to Tashti yet about what was going on in the forest where you met. But
your vigilance may add more context to something. Our friend Oran once called a dragon his companion. And we have reason to believe, possibly agents of Outset, brought that dragon here and experimented on it until it became an abomination of rot.
Well, one, that's really messed up. I don't know anyone out here who would do that thing, but there's people from the city who come out here all the time. I mean, when you've got a Zeskoran reality engine in your backyard, people like to come snooping.
Yes, about that. How did you manage to obtain a Zeskoran reality engine?
Well, okay, so Outset is the oldest city on Tyne. And so people like to try to come and conquer Outset all the time. So we have a Zeskoran reality engine. I'm pretty sure there's the corpses of at least 8 dragons in here. Big, proper-sized dragons. There's a Perfectite siege tower that you saw right over there. I'm pretty sure there's at least one Anarchite deconstructor somewhere out here, too. There's all sorts of leftovers from prior sieges and wars. That's what this place is. But the old powers, they just gobble it all up. Nothing lasts forever in the swamp. The swamp takes all. That's why I picked the winning side.
I suppose you have. Now, this reality engine, it's simply one of the many things in the swamp. Your Kaibu doesn't claim ownership.
No. We just let it sink more and more into the swamp every year. Couple centuries probably gone.
Excellent. That was my questions. I believe we should move quickly to tend to this situation Elort has placed us in.
Well, are you gonna help your friend out first?
Yes. Of course I am. These things are all related. We need to stop the caravans in order to gain access to Ribius, yes?
Yes, but you're gonna take your rotten friend, your very rotten friend, like so rotten. You're gonna take her to Bjarna before you go, right?
Yes, ideally. Thank you.
We need at least some kind of stopgap solution in case things go south east of here.
If things get really dicey with the Children of the Blaze, I'd rather still be able to keep swinging.
I concur.
All right. Well, you'll find Bjarna's. Hers is at the farthest out from the Kaibu. She's kind of has mostly like a charred wooden, lots of bones and trinkets there. She's part of the Kaibu, and we all love her, but she's a bit of a on her own type. So but she'll help you out. She will definitely help you out as long as you have some coins.
We have plenty of that.
Good.
Now.
Good. She'll probably give you some equipment too if you need, if you need a new bucket or something.
I'm fine with this one, thanks.
Oh, not gonna upgrade buckets?
Right? Upgrading buckets seems like a good idea.
I am keeping this one.
Alright, fair enough.
Baldric is going to just place his cup aside and make for... Are we in a tent?
Like, it's kind of like it's not a tent. It's like a halfway yurt almost. Like it's got wooden supports and structuring to it. But
he's going to make for the tent flap.
Oh, bye.
I'll be waiting outside. When we're ready to move on, let's hit up this healer.
I concur.
Agreed.
All right.
Okay, so Valli and Tannhauser and Baldric, and I'm assuming Oran, Rehua, are you also departing here?
Of course. Before leaving, Rehua will chime in.
Oh, well, if Tannhauser is asking a bunch of questions too, I would also like to ask a question for you.
Oh, you're the one. You're my favorite. Yeah, absolutely.
You're a tree. I'm going to use you for kindling.
Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. What is your favorite color? What is your favorite flower? Are you susceptible to any diseases? Are your people going to fall in time? I need to know.
Green, rabblebush, susceptible to diseases. Well, luckily that elf lady didn't have any. And are my people gonna? No, my people are doing fine. Just as long as between you and me, little Jedi gets out of his block face. I've got to train him on everything to be a speaker before I die.
Of course. Thank you for being so candid with me. I do appreciate. And Rehua will fish from his chest of drawers, aka his chest, some fertile soil and create. What was that? The flower he described? A crackle bush or?
I think it's like a rabble bush. Yeah,
a rabble bush. Yeah, he'll create a small flower from the fertile matter within himself, and in a shade of green, lustrous, verdant viridian.
Oh, I like that. Put it right over here. Thank you. I like you. I like you a lot. He stares into the orb, and he's in fact probably one of the only people you've known who stares at the orb rather than stares into your eye.
Oh, you are very welcome.
Need anything?
Of course. Just a small trinket of our appreciation. And Rehua will look over towards the flower. He will observe the small display. He'll get in real close and whisper something. And I'll expend a 4th level spell slot, and I will say no more.
Oh.
Hello?
Okay.
Touch of death.
No. Ominous Rehua is ominous.
Ominos.
Oh, I see what you're doing. Okay.
I'm scared.
Yeah. Okay. And then you walk out?
Very much like it if Rehua did not plant C4. Tree 4, if you will.
Tree 4.
Rehua walks out, the bomb has been planted. What?
The Phantom exterior.
Yeah, as you walk out, you can see now the sun is starting to set. There are some lights and small torches that are being set up all around the Kaibu. But then there's a distant structure. This one is similar style to Aethon's, kind of a yurt-like half construct, half tent that has fires around it, but they almost glow a greenish flame.
Perhaps worth investigating if we come back here. As we are on a limited time scale, so we had best see to this healer woman first.
Oh, that is the healer woman's.
Oh, good. Then we will go there and dunk. All right, Valli, prepare to hold your breath. You must be dunked in the fire. That must be what he sent us here for.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful. I love being set on fire.
Dunks your head in the fire like you're bobbing for apples, but you're bobbing for fire.
Pain.
Just shouts pain. That's the next Zeskoran engine, the Zeskoran pain engine.
True.
I'm going to draw that one.
Don't create the Torment Nexus.
I'm going to create the Torment Nexus. So we go to the
Torment Nexus.
We go to the doctor's building.
Yeah, so it as you approach, there's this slight wind gush that causes various bone charms to jingle and jangle, wind chimes that have been set up made of bones and small scraps of metal. Then you see that there are these sconces that are put outside that have a green fire to them, almost it's I don't know, it's a goblin green, let's use that Citadel paint color fire that gives off this illumination on the otherwise darkened black wood of the hut.
Witchy. All right, I'm gonna take point as I'm the one dying, and I'll push my way inside.
Okay, yeah, you push in, and this place is cluttered. It's full, like, it's a circular structure, but the interior is like actually a smaller circle in the center of the circle of this, because everything else is just stacks of knickknacks, trinkets, bottled corpses, like animal corpses, all sorts of just strange things on display. There's like an assault on your smell as you walk in here, as like you get a sense of like alchemical taste in your mouth, but also just like a rankness, like spoiled meat.
Can I do a crafting to figure out if that is some kind of alchemical practice?
Yeah, sure. Give me that. As you kind of like poke your head into, as this is all going on, at the center of the area there is like a wooden desk that has been set up, and behind it is like a hooded figure. Like his hood covers their face. They're very like short and stocky.
What's a 28 get me?
A 28 is enough for you to tell that like what you're gathering here is like these are all chemical preservatives, and as you kind of look around, you get a sense like the animal corpses and stuff. The smell of decay is not coming from them, but is coming from something else. The animal corpses have actually been properly preserved.
Baldric's going to address the figure at the desk and is just going to call out to them. Controlled decay, or is something gone off?
Oh, something has gone off. And the figure raises up their face, and what stares at you is like a dwarven woman's face with half of the side of it ripped open and missing, musculature exposed. Like the skin is like peeled and torn in some areas. This is a zombie who stares at you.
Oh.
Oh.
To try not to be rude, Valli's gonna do her best not to make a face.
Hello.
Hello.
Apologize.
Whatever
do
for.
my best for the smells of other things.
Baldric's going to step in with Valli to the undead dwarf before us.
You enter my home. I am Bjarna.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Valli. This is Baldric.
Yeah, nice to meet another alchemist.
I only use basic alchemy. I am more of a practitioner of divine sciences. But thank you for the respect you show me, and that you do not run away in fear. And like you can tell, like her vocal cords just do not work. Like the way she like says things, like just like comes out in wheezes and then like scratchings of throats. Like she cannot sound natural.
We've seen plenty scarier.
Yeah, we are fine with your presence. Don't worry about that.
Appreciate it, but why have you come here? Did Aethon send you?
Yes, Aethon sent us here. We were informed that you're a bit of an expert in reducing rot contamination. I'm gonna sit down in front of her and kind of pull my eyelids down.
I do not have the eyes that old Aethon does. But I see now you are afflicted.
Yeah.
I have some tools here. I can perform a ritual, but it will not cure you. It will only
pull some of this back.
Oh,
She says the last like it's exerting her to say it, but it's very clear that that's just how the vocal cords work.
well. Buying time, if that's the best we can do, it's the best we can do. I'll take what I can get at this point.
Yeah. Baldric's going to pull out the extra bag of cash that we picked up. How much are you looking at?
One moment.
And like she pulls out an instrument that appears to be like a silver wand, but the end tip of it has like a clump of moss that grows on it. And she's like sort of like waving the wand over you, Valli.
I must see your strength of character.
All right. What do I need to do?
Just stand there. Oh, you're lucky. You have a powerful persona. You must be destined, yes?
We
She
have
gives like
been-
a smile, which is really creepy because like, yeah, half of the side of her face is just raw muscle exposed.
Oh, you have a wonderful smile. I mean, we have been sponsored by, I believe we were informed anti-drown.
But then you have a destiny. I had a destiny once.
You were sponsored?
Oh, no. No, not lucky like that. Well,
Like Bjarna shakes her head.
but you're lucky because though you're powerful, you're still in my realm of healing. If you were just a little bit more on your journey, then I couldn't do this to you.
Well, glad to see that we caught it. What do I need to do?
What do you know of nature or the occult?
Well, let's see. Valli has occultism 0 and religion 0. Valli just, well, I know how to spell it.
I see. If you knew, it might have made the process a little bit easier, but no matter, I'm sure my skills will be up to the task.
Thurston,
Yes.
is this going to fall under a medicine?
No.
Okay. In that case, Baldric is going to think on it a little bit. He's going to hold up a finger. Hold that thought. He's going to step out of the yurt for a moment, and he's going to try and flag down Oran. Oran. Going to ask that you come here for a bit. We might have need of you.
I assume you just sort of like pull Oran in with you into the yurt.
Yeah.
And like Bjarna looks over.
Afflicted, but I can't help that one.
No.
Sorry.
He can try to help you. With Valli.
Oh, no.
Bjarna shakes her head.
This ritual is two-person. Me and the afflicted. The afflicted is the only one who can help when I begin. Outside help won't matter here.
Baldric's going to narrow his eyes at her.
Yep.
I see.
You are
Sorry,
welcome to watch. I would take any assistance you could give, but I'm sorry. I must be the one to do it since none of you know the ritual.
Then we'll wait here, and and we'll help if we can.
I will need 140 coins of gold to trade for the reagents we use, the moss. The moss. The last of the moss we have. We can gather more, though, but it takes time. The primal moss doesn't grow as much as it used to.
Hey, Thurston.
Yeah.
I have the capability of creating a moss bomb for this purpose, not for attacking, obviously. Could I, in theory, synthesize something similar using my imbued reagents?
So it's like you can't use your agents because they're like temporary compounds and such.
Yes, but I can craft.
You can certainly craft like realistic moss. So in a long-term situation, you absolutely could craft for this, but this isn't something you could do on like a short term. This would take like days, maybe weeks of crafting to get like the right amount.
Well, how long are we going to be here?
Depends. Like,
okay, let me phrase that a different way.
Yeah.
Bjarna, how long will this ritual take?
Remainder of the evening.
Right, fine. Noting that Oran's going to observe, Baldric will acquiesce and he'll just retrieve and count out 140 gold coins.
Okay. Who is going to be watching this ritual?
Baldric definitely is, but we also don't want to crowd the frickin' tent, so...
Rehua will as well.
Rehua, okay. Tanny?
Tannhauser could watch and give support, but is there anything else more useful he could be doing? Because Tannhauser... Well, I mean, I guess it's not exactly an arcane ritual, is it?
Well, you don't know.
That's fair. You know what? In case it's arcane, I will watch and see if I can take notes.
Is there a way we can all watch without interfering? Like,
absolutely.
With the space?
Good. She has you sort of like pull back, and she begins to perform the ritual, which does involve like burning various rare primal moss and other constituent components, particularly taking different items from the swamp. Again, some of the bones, some of the earth. There's a little bit of this like strange fire. There's metals. All of this is like weaved together. If you have occultism, you can give me a check here, or nature actually.
Yeah.
Nature or occultism for those observing.
Yag.
Yeah, get on that because I don't have either
Egg.
in an appreciable amount.
Yep. Oh, look at that.
Oh, stinky. 22.
Okay.
With Oran's 28, I'm not gonna... Oh, well. Okay, I will also reroll.
Hey. He tried.
His best.
Oh my god.
I saw it on that 19 too.
Our rerolls have been terrible this
You-
session.
They have been really bad this session. All of you are watching. The most you're able to observe is that this is a nature-based ritual that does have occult components, and in fact is probably primarily occult.
I'm gonna re-roll this one.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I thought I was out of hero points. I have one more apparently. Thank you, whoever did that.
Do it, tree. Do it, tree.
I'm gonna do a thing.
Do it, tree.
The thing.
No.
Okay, still better.
One better.
But enough for you to recognize that, like with proper training, you definitely could like have the potential of learning this ritual. But this ritual is like occult or nature, so you could use either. You'd have to be an expert in occultism in order to cast it. By the way, this is the Purge Rat ritual that appears in our character guide that is available for free on our narrativedecoration.com website there. I'm a shillin'. But as you're watching this, you're seeing that Bjarna is finally taking the final steps, and this goes on for a few hours, of which you have moss applied to some of the more egregious areas of your skin where you can almost feel the crawling underneath. The whole time, Valli, as you're getting tired, you're kind of hearing these like sounds in the back of your head, these whispers, but they seem to get doused as any time the moss touches you. And then finally, Bjarna is going to roll a d20, and we're going to see how this ritual goes for you.
Let's see.
A 10.
A 10.
A dude!
A 10. Bjarna finishes, breathing somewhat heavily after the exertion of moving around. But again, it comes out as wheezing. And you realize the exertion's not a physical one. It's actually like a mental manifestation of just what she's had to do here. And as that happens, you feel slightly less weighed down, Valli. You feel slightly less burdened by outside influences.
Oh no, she took her leg off.
And I have just taken you down to Rotten 2.
Yay! We're
Bjarna-
back where we were before the dragon fight.
Yeah, as Bjarna finishes this and looks at you, and she like shakes her head slightly. That is all I can do. There is no more that can be done. To remove more would take beyond my power.
Yeah, Valli's gonna sit back up and roll her shoulders. No, you did your best. I feel better. How do I look? Am I
And-
still pretty?
Are you asking that to Bjarna or the party?
I mean, I'll ask that to Bjarna.
Bjarna gives like a slight smile and just like nods.
Okay, turn around. Huh?
As you turn around, you're not in the hut anymore. You find yourself in the swamp. And you smell fire and smoke. And you have figures running around. Something's on fire. There's shadows. Someone's being shot in the back with a flaming crossbow bolt. Another person is being stabbed with what is a flaming dagger. You're looking around. There's dozens of figures. You're staring at this massacre. There's several carts on the wood, the muddy path that crisscrosses through puddles, some of which these puddles have face-down bodies in them, some of those bodies having crossbow bolts in their back. As you look around, you see off in the distance something familiar. And Valli, you see, standing there looking at this same carnage, is Rehua. And you see a shadow rush behind Rehua. And then as you look, it appears momentarily like the shadow is running through Rehua, like through his back. And just as it's about to pass through, you're looking at your party in Bjarna's yurt.
Hey, question.
Yeah.
Are there any side effects to this? Dizziness, nausea, I don't know, erections lasting 4 to 6 hours? Visions, maybe?
There should be no visions from this. Only if the rot had tainted your mind, but this would have cleansed that.
I look over at Rehua. Does he look fine?
Yeah.
Intact? Still very
Yeah.
much a tree? I think I saw the Children of the... Why would I be seeing the Children of the Blaze?
Where'd you see them?
It was the swamp. It was... everything was on fire, and there were corpses, and something rushed through Rehua's back.
Oh, you saw the vision too?
What? Wait. Huh? You saw that?
Yes. When I gazed upon the reality engine, that is what I saw, portent of things to come, I believe. Or maybe even an alternate set of events, perhaps? Although, with our current goings-on, I reckon it very well... It is more likely than the former than the latter. That there is something coming, a reckoning, with the children ahead. And that is almost exactly as I had seen it.
Okay.
The shadow rushing through me, as if fleeing.
Did you see anything happen to you in this vision? Besides just the shadow passing through you?
No, that was around the time that it had ceased. As the caravan was on fire, crates overturned, burning, screaming.
Corpses. It's a massacre.
Yes.
Your caravan isn't planning on moving anytime soon, is it?
Aren't moving for some time.
Valli, this is the caravan that comes to here.
Right.
And I think with that horrifying vision of things to come, that's what we'll call it.
Wow!
Wow!
We'll have to call it.
Wow, Jimmy, you get 2 massacres in your campaign.
That's all you get, those only 2. I only allow 2.
Only 2 massacres per campaign.
Only 2. Yeah.
It's okay. It will be wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming to another exciting episode
my
of
fucking
Rotgrind.
Were you
all
muted?
forgot that Zoran was dead.
You simply forgot that Zoran is
We were like,
Ew.
that's it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we have an outro.
Of course we have the outro. Thank you.
Hulky, you're doing such a great job. Continue.
Yeah. Continue.
Please.
As always, thank you all for coming down and supporting us here at Narrative Declaration. You can always find us here at this channel every other Saturday. In fact, every Saturday now, as we have Rotgoons on alternating Saturdays, and then occasionally Abomination Vaults on Tuesdays. You can also support us over at our Patreon, patreon.com/Narrative Declaration. I think there's something going out in chat for that. Zoran knows more about that than myself. But you can also support us over at our YouTube channel as well. Again, links are to be below or in chat. But as we have been here, I am HulkyKrow. I play Rehua. You can find me at the usual places. Next, of course, we have the gallivanting, less rotten Swashbuckler, Valli, played by...
Yes, the slightly less rotten Swashbuckler Valli, played by me, Odo. You can find me on Twitter at Odoroshirider or on our Discord. Yeah, great session today, guys. Feeling fine, feeling fresh and dandy, feeling like $1 million.
Well,
or more like 160 gold.
Well, 160 gold shorter.
True.
But all the more worth it. And of course, we have the ever-pensive, calculating mastermind of the chucklefuckery, Baldric, played by...
Earndil. You can meet me at Twitter at Earndilio for now, until eventually that hell site collapses in on itself.
True.
I'm also found on the Discord and on Tumblr too, if you find me there or wherever the hell. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, fun stuff.
Up next, we have the temporally displaced, ever forward-thinking revolutionary Tannhauser, played by...
Yes, played by me, Speaker D, of whom you can find on Twitter at Super Snake Kick, where I live before the entire boat is drank by the ocean. I also would mention, on the subject of these TTRPGs, if you ever wanted to, I don't know, get into maybe World of Darkness, there is a brand new video essay, our very first ever, over on Alphabuse's channel, presented, narrated, written by me, your introduction to the setting of Hunter the Parenting. If you haven't seen it, check it out. You might like it, I hope.
The video where you revealed my mental illness to the whole world.
That's right, by channeling it into a productive energy. In addition, you know, more news to come relating to World of Darkness very soon. That's me, though, for now.
And a weird turn of place as well, the ever caring, doting, and perpetually plagued by bad luck and misfortune, but infinitely more talented and amazing host, ZoranTheBear. I shouldn't have said your name. I should have let you introduce yourself. But you are playing Oran. I don't know if you want to say anything, but
Arguing ass.
I'm
Get
so
well
sorry.
soon.
Stop.
And of
Get
course,
well
as I will echo the same sentiment as chat. Please get well soon. Get some rest. I am not suited to do this kind of thing. This is your fucking baby. But all the same, we could not have done this without the amazing, constant story writing wonderment of our fan favorite Torchverse / GM, Thurston Hillman.
Yeah, if I let them repair a level of rot, who knows what I'm going to do to them next, right? Now, thank you. Hi, you can find me on Thurston Hillman, On-Call GM. I'm on all the things at On-Call GM. That includes the Tweeter. That includes the Twitches where I sometimes just play games and chat about stuff. I'm in a CRPG phase, so doing that up. Otherwise, lore. I appreciate all of your love of lore and using the lore emote. And otherwise, yeah, thanks all for coming out. Zora needs to rest now and get better, and then we'll be back in 2 weeks for some exciting follow-up to where we are in the campaign.
Yeah.
Hey, everyone say goodbye now. So long, farewell.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. We will see you soon.
We'll meet again. Don't know where. Don't know where. But I know we'll meet again.
All right, that's it.